guys, welcome back to another episode of Social Experiments with Ria. Today we shall dive deep into the fascinating world of human decision making. We're talking about ambiguity, the feeling of unease when things are uncertain. Out of so many options present out there, how does ambiguity affect our decision making? Well, we are here to find that out. But before we get started, let's talk about ethics. It is super important to make sure that everybody is on board and feeling comfortable. We made sure that all our participants knew what they were getting into. They were informed that they were being filmed and they had an option to opt out if they wanted. After the experiment, everybody was debriefed. All the experiments were conducted in the same room so that the temperature and the lighting could be kept same. To maintain uniformity, all the participants were given the same instructions. And let's not forget about incentives. Every participant was given a chocolate for participating. Alright, now let's get into this.
Kept in front of you. Both the box contain yellow and green balls.
The box to your right contains yellow and green balls in equal proportion, whereas the other box to your left contains balls in uncertain proportion.
You have to choose a box and draw a ball. If you get a green ball, you'll get a reward.
If you're clear with the instructions, please go ahead.
Intrusive thought, just go for the right box.
I don't know, my brain just told me something. I tend to prefer even numbers.
For me, I don't like uncertain things. I like to be sure, even if it's 50-50, I like to be sure. So that is why I chose this.
Like this has a yellow and green box of certain proportions, and you not say anything about this box.
It had unequal, so I thought maybe the probability would be higher.
Okay.
It was a risk and I took it.
Because this had an equal number of balls and this had like an uncertain, so maybe green could be more. So, do you like taking risks?
I love to take risks. I mean, it's either 50-50 and I don't know what's over here. So it's basically, it can be 100 and 0, it can be 90-10, any probability. So that was.
So I thought on the left there are high chances to win, and also it was a great opportunity like an adventure.
Yeah.
Because I think it's my energy.
Energy.
Because I feel this is a little bit underrated pepper.
Because it had a 50% chance of me getting a green ball, whereas in this there is like uncertainty that I might get. There might be more green balls or there might be more yellow balls. So I didn't want to to take that risk. I went for the 50-50.
क्या आपको रिस्क लेना पसंद है?
A lot.
Right.
Because I like uncertain things. I like कि life रोज कुछ excite करे या नया हो कुछ.
Ambiguity effect means when people tend to choose options that are more clear and certain as compared to options that have less information, making it uncertain.
It's like when you're buying something online and two of the links have identical products. One of them has a lot of reviews while the other one has no reviews. Which one are you more likely to buy?
I would choose the first option.
Exactly, that is because the first option offers you more information about the product as compared to the second one, which is a little more ambiguous.
People generally prefer clear and predictable outcomes over the others.
It's not just about risk aversion, it is also about how we perceive and process information. Ambiguity can lead to a lot of doubt and uncertainty, which is why a lot of times we just prefer to choose the safer, more certain option, even if it might not offer the best potential outcome.
Ambiguity effect is a type of cognitive bias. Cognitive bias is basically a pattern of deviation from norms and rationality in making judgments. This happens when we're interpreting the world around us.
Ambiguity effect works in 3 steps. The first one being amount of information. Here we try to see if we have less information or more information about a particular situation. The second one being predictability of outcomes. In this step, we see if on the basis of the information that we have, we can try to predict the outcome. And the third step being decision making, wherein on the basis of the results of the first 2 steps, we try to make a decision. The decision making process is a method of gathering information, assessing alternatives, and making a final choice.
If we were to take an evolutionary perspective to this, the hunter-gatherers had 2 paths, a known path and an unknown path. They usually tend to take the known path because they want to avoid all the dangers in the unknown path.
So now that we've finished our experiment, let's get to the results. 54 out of 75 participants, which is 72% of the sample, chose the more certain option, which proves our hypothesis. That is, people tend to choose options which provides them with more information as compared to the options which does not provide them with a lot of information. Individuals who chose ambiguous options on further qualitative analysis reveal that they have higher risk-taking tendencies. Now here is the interesting part. While only 13% of all female participants chose the ambiguous option, 64% of all male participants chose the ambiguous option. This shows that men tend to have higher risk-taking behaviors as compared to women. Now that you know about the ambiguity effect, what would you choose? The stability of certainty or the risk of ambiguity?
Decided your assignment topic?
Yes.
Don't you want to try something new that hasn't been taught before?
No. What about yours?
Mine is on the piano stairs experiment.
Sounds bizarre. Marks चल गए तो?
I'll research, find out what it is, then I'll know. Try किए बिना कैसे पता चलेगा दोस्त? Speaking of bizarre, is it really bizarre or do we just find it bizarre because we know less about it? Oh!
ए डोबी चल हवे घरे.
अच्छा मुझे मेरी बैग तो लेने दे. I wanted to ask you something.
Ask?
That I'll ask after having some नारियल पानी. जब से तू गुजरात से आई है तूने मुंबई लोकल की सवारी नहीं की ना?
मुंबई लोकल? मेरी तो कैब बुक हो गई है. मुंबई लोकल के बारे में मुझे कुछ नहीं पता. बस सुना है दादर स्टेशन में लोग घूम जाते हैं.
अच्छा ठीक है, नारियल पानी तो पी.
नहीं यार, यहाँ से पहले कभी पिया नहीं है.
Don't you want to try something new?
No. नहीं यार, यहाँ से पहले कभी पिया नहीं है. मुंबई लोकल के बारे में मुझे कुछ नहीं पता. माटुंगा ट्रेन से कैसे जाएंगे?
ऐसे. और फिर दादर से सेंट्रल लाइन जाना तो।
पर तू अभी क्यों बता रही है?
तो जा जा जा।
तू नहीं आ रही?
बताया तो था मेरी वो वाली है।
भाई इतनी भीड़ क्यों है यहाँ? अब ये सेंट्रल लाइन कहाँ है?
Why this decision? Even the participants selecting the box with uncertainty. People traveling by train for the first time, barely knowing if they would reach home safely. Don't they worry taking a risk? Travelers taking that same staircase they took for the first time. Maybe avoiding buying a snack they know nothing about. Today, we deciding to travel by the train for the first time, even though there was a risk of losing myself in the crowd, losing my breath while running for the train throughout. Looks like I found a sense of certainty even in situations that pushed me to live my life on edge. Guess it's the uncertainty that we fear more than the risk itself.
We try to guard ourselves to avoid it at all costs. But the only thing that's bound to happen is the uncertain future that we're all heading towards. Something else makes it easier. It's our willingness to learn from what the uncertainty has brought forth us. For me, it was a new route to home today, and tomorrow it will be a new assignment topic to be explored.